we go. Hey.
Yay! All right, you're here.
I'm just
Oh,
I
wondering
see
why.
you.
I see
There we
you.
go.
Don't do it.
Hey.
Keep.
Oh my God, that's
Keep
so
pounding.
awesome. Yay!
Yeah.
That was a
Cool.
keep pounding moment.
Oh,
There you
there we
go.
are.
There you go.
I like
I
that.
apologize. I promise
No,
you I
that's
won't
okay.
blink or move.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Just
Well, I just want
Yes.
to say I love that hat. Is that like a? I'm trying to see what it is because I can't really home in on it. But is it like okay?
Yeah.
Is it like little pictures or is it mirrors or?
Well, I get that quite a bit, but it's not pictures. It's just like pretty much abstract type art painting.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
looks pretty
So
cool.
it's really called hydro dip, and I just sprayed some paints in the water and just dip squares in the water, and whatever I came up with, there it was. So
Oh
Wow.
wow.
yeah,
Very
it's
artistic
just
then.
well, thank you.
How did you
Yeah.
like come up with that idea? Do you do like craft projects and artwork and stuff or what?
Oh yeah, oh yes, all season long. That's what I do to keep my mind
Oh,
incorporated
cool.
with football. So I pretty much just do like different crafts and ideas every year. I try to make at least 3 top hats new to
Oh,
bring into the
Nice.
season.
Okay. So it's
Yeah.
you're very creative then. You've got a creative,
Oh
artistic kind
yeah.
of side to you then. So that's cool.
Yes. And I try to use it not just for my fan base, but for other fan bases as well, including
Nice.
the Jaguars. Yeah.
so you like
So
so you're kind of like Pink in that you help other people with their looks, with their
yes,
superhero looks.
that's
Wow, that's really
correct.
good.
Yeah,
That's really
that's
good.
correct. Any
Yeah,
kind of
well,
encouragement or ideas I can come up with, that's what I do.
yeah, well, while
Great.
we're on that, can you show us in the background like some of those things that you got hanging up and some of your pieces that you've
Okay.
done? Because that's really
So
cool.
yeah, we see the logo on the top.
Okay. So this is my chain that I wear. You can
Hmm.
see here. This is
Ah,
my
Oh yeah.
Mad Cattah chain. That's DJ Howell Cat Daddy. He made that for me a couple years ago.
okay.
And back here, I have my chains and everything back here that I wear. Depending on, I guess, my outfit for the day, for game day, I will wear a chain. So any one of these I will wear. Yeah.
Now, how
But
do you get do you make some of those yourself then, or how do you get the chains?
well, I order them from other fans. So like
Okay.
DJ Cat Daddy, he makes my necklace here,
Hmm.
my
Right.
medallion chain, and a guy named Anthony Leonard, he's a Green Bay Packers fan. He makes the neck breakers for me, the big thick Cuban link chains.
Ah, right. Yeah. Cool.
I do more of like stuff like this. Yeah,
Oh
Oh
yeah, yes.
wow.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah. So
isn't there a Panthers fan that wears one of those?
yes, it's quite a few. So
Yeah.
the original idea was for me to wear it just to have fun with it.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. That's really
when I
cool.
made the when I made the first one, Cat Daddy came to me and said, "I want to buy one. Can I get one made?" I said, "Sure, I'll make one for you. No problem. Absolutely."
How on
So
earth
that's
do you make something like that? I would love one of
yeah.
those.
So on game day now, you can possibly see maybe 8 of them around the stadium
Yeah,
at
I've
any given
seen one.
game.
When
Yeah.
I went to Jacksonville,
Okay.
super fan Callie Jag, she met with me, bless her.
Yes.
And she had, I think it was her nieces, 2 nieces, and they were adorable little kids,
Or
adorable
maybe
little
it
Yeah.
was her
girls.
Lonnie.
granddaughter's friend or
Was
something. One
it
of them
okay? Yeah,
had
but they
that.
were both two adorable youngsters. One of them had one of those hats, or maybe even both of them. But I definitely remember it's the first time
Yeah.
I saw one of those. So yeah,
Yeah, so I crafted those as well. So I'll be heading down to Jacksonville Sunday, my first time ever, and I'm looking forward to it.
You've
Yeah.
yeah,
never been to
yeah.
Jacksonville. You've never been to a Jags home game.
No, never. And it's funny because I stayed in Orlando, Florida for 5 years,
Wow.
and I never went to the Jacksonville Stadium or Tampa Bay or any team in the area of Florida. So this is my first time visiting back to Florida and to watch
Ah,
football. So I'm
good for
excited to
you.
get up with everybody.
Yeah,
So you're not from obviously you're not from Florida. You lived there, but are you from Carolina?
Yes. Oh yeah. Born and raised. Yes.
Okay, so
Hmm.
what part?
Winston Salem,
Okay.
Winston Salem, North Carolina. It's like an hour and a half from Charlotte.
Right.
I like it being in Charlotte. It's pretty much a decent drive, whether you're in South Carolina or North Carolina, to be able to go to Charlotte and watch the game. I don't see it going anywhere else, and I don't know. They had talked about one time it being the 50-yard line would be the split between North Carolina and South
Oh,
Carolina. Put the
that
50-yard line as
would be
the state
interesting.
line. Yeah,
That would be cool, but
yeah.
yeah.
And I think also at the time it was nothing around the area, so you're gonna put a stadium in the middle of nowhere to make that be the case where you have half in North Carolina and half in South Carolina, which is a great idea. I love that, but you
Mm.
have to build up around it for attractions and tours and stuff like that.
It sounds like you've got a lot of love up there for the Panthers. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
They're the same year as the Jags, right? So we all know them as quote newer teams. But tell us about your experience when they got announced and when they became a team, and how that was for you.
okay. So I'm gonna tell my age a little bit. Okay, bear with
Oh
me.
my God!
That's okay. I'm as old as the hills. It's okay.
Yeah, we
So
both are.
so I was about 12 years old at the time, and it's been years ago. I'm painting the picture of how I became a Panther fan. And I was 12 years old, and it came to me that I had a Washington Commanders raincoat. That's what I had. And I was going to school that day, and my bed sheets was all the NFL teams on my bed sheets, right? So
Yeah.
before we got a team, I thought, why Chicago have a team, New York have a team, everybody have a team but the Carolinas. I felt like they like slighted us a little bit. Why don't we have our own team? I'm upset. I think we should have our own. And I vowed that day when I got to thinking about it, like if we ever get a team in the Carolinas, I'm gonna be 100% all in because I now can say that I'm here in my state of North Carolina, born and
Mm.
raised, and I'm supporting my home team.
Yeah.
So lucky me, I never did have another team before the Panthers. It was all Panthers. But before the Panthers, I was watching football just for the sport of it. I was just
Yeah.
watching it for contact, just for everything, the game brings to us. But I think this is my calling and it held on to me. I'm 49. I'm 49 years old now, okay? But in
Okay.
95, when the Panthers came in, I was graduating high school. So as the Panthers was coming into Charlotte and the Carolina Panthers, I was also graduating high school going to college. So it was about a year or two, 95, 96, that I was in tune with the Panthers, but not like I am right now as Mad Cattah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's interesting what you say because I mean, I can relate to that. I mean, I've been a fan of the NFL for a long, long time. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, back to the '80s. I mean, I was
Okay.
a fan of the NFL, but I can't honestly say that I was a fan of any particular team. I mean, I went to see, of course, I went to as many games as I possibly could, and I'm a keen, but I didn't really have any particular love for any particular team until kind of the Jags found me really, or I found the Jags when they were coming to London twice a year. When they came to London twice a year, I thought, oh my God, I've got to support these guys. So that's how that's
It
how
started.
this yeah. So I
Yeah.
Well,
relate
you
to what
wear
you're
it
saying.
well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wear it well, and it's an honor to be able to be on here with y'all.
No,
Sorry about
honestly,
the complications
it's
earlier.
my pleasure, and it's great to speak to other fans, other super
Oh
fans,
yeah,
and things of all the teams. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's the game, isn't it? We love our teams,
that's
but
right. That's right.
I'm basically we are basically fans of fans. I think that's how we put it. I mean, I
And
love
that's
what you
true.
do. I love what you do with your creativity and like that, and it's because of the game that
This
that
is
all comes
next
out.
for a Cleveland Browns fan.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's like a work
So,
of art. It looks like it's jewels or
Yeah.
something.
oh yeah. So I have a dog in the house. Yeah,
A
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
I
So
there's a guy that does chains up there that did a chain for us for the draft, and his name's
Hmm.
Big Dog Willie. I don't know if you
yes, yes, that's my
I,
guy, man.
you
Yeah,
know
that's
him.
he's awesome.
He's really a
He's
great
awesome.
Yeah.
guy, and I met him at the draft, and I went and bought. He had something at his tailgate, like he was doing food, so I went there and bought some. But I bought a draft chain from him, and he's a good guy. I love the people we.
Yeah. That was a tailgate at the draft. And the thing I remember most of all about this tailgate was they were plying me. They were giving me moonshine to try. You
Oh
know,
wow.
I don't remember anything after that. You know, it's all a blank.
Yeah.
I drink nothing but tea really here, you know, with the odd bit of cider here and there. You like a bit of
Okay.
peach moonshine, but what's your favorite drink in the mornings then? What do you get up to?
Starbucks coffee.
Okay.
I'm the Mad Cattah, right? So I know
Yeah.
my character is based upon Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter.
Yes. Yes.
I gotta have my coffee in the morning, but I put my coffee with water, so I make sure I have my water intake as well. But the
Yeah.
main
Good.
thing I'm grabbing in the morning is a pot of coffee. When you look at the game, we're just, I guess you could say, an attachment to it. You know, we're not playing, we're just cheering on our team. So whatever the outcome be, it's going to be a win or loss. You know,
Yeah.
either way
Yeah.
you look at it, you still have to gather yourself, hold yourself accountable and responsible for how you interact with the fans, opposing teams, or what have you. You know, and have some integrity about yourself when you
That's really
out here
good.
amongst the people.
Yeah. I
So
can relate to that.
One of the reasons we're doing this is just to kind of shine a little light on super fans and kind of normalize it because
yes,
we all get,
thank
oh my God, you know, like he gets, oh, a grown man wearing leopard ears. And you know, you get, I'm sure, the same kind of stuff.
oh
And
yeah,
it's like,
oh yeah.
what the hell are you wearing? And it's like I'm trying to normalize it because it's like this is how you're showing your support. And it's adding fun.
You know, this crazy cat, you know, he's crazy and he walks around London dressed like this. Um, and if for me, if anybody, a complete stranger that doesn't know the game or anything like that, if they say, "What's that?" you know, and they look into it and they check and say, "Okay, Jags," then
Mhm.
then I've won. You know, it's
That's right. That's right.
drawing
That's
attention
it.
to the game, to the
Hmm.
Jags, and to the
Hmm.
NFL. So, you know, it's a win-win. So
Yeah, it's a little different there because there's not a lot of people that, I mean, some people have heard of it, but they just think, oh, that's that sport where there's sissies that wear pads and helmets and they keep stopping. I mean, that's honestly what I've heard and what they say. So we just kind of consider, you know, anybody that learns about the sport in general is great. And of course, if they can support the Jags, that's good because they come once or twice a year. So if they want to pick a team, they can pick the Jags and see them every now and then.
Well, you
yeah,
guys are true ambassadors, and I follow you on
as are you,
Instagram,
as are you.
and I thought, you know what, this guy is so cool. I mean, I love the accent, I love everything about it, you know. And going back to what you were saying about people thinking that we're doing it for the attention or what have you, but we're trying to be ambassadors for a team that we really are passionate about. And we're using our creativity in forming something that can be an attachment to the game. It's just
Mhm.
like a little
Yes,
seasoning. We're seasoning
that's
to
right.
the actual sport of football.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that, the seasoning, because you know, you'll
That's
watch
right.
the
seasoning.
game.
It's a good word.
Sometimes the fun thing for me is I'll watch Monday Night Football, and especially on the night games, they always try to because people try on night games, and you know the commentators and stuff that the camera will always go to those fans, and you'll always see the most interesting ones. And I always just go, oh, there's that guy dressed like a lion, and we've messaged those guys that are like two lions. They do this face paint it's 3D. I mean, it is incredible. They don't wear a mask, but they look like they are, and I
Oh
love
wow.
I love the effort. It's so awesome.
Well, I'll be looking for you on the game, you know, on the TV. I'm sure you'll get the cameras on you, and I mean, I guarantee you that we'll definitely see Tilo Patra. She's always, you know, she's always
Oh
there
yeah.
with her, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And I do the same thing as well. When I'm watching the game, like tonight, I'm gonna watch the Cowboys and the Eagles play. And I'm gonna be in the stands when they fan to the crowd looking for anybody I might can, notice,
yeah,
so
definitely.
it's
There will always
it's
be. It's part of it, as you say, isn't it?
Our whole thing is, you know, we've talked to 4 or 5 people now, and they're all very different types of fans. But the whole thing is it's all good. No matter what the
There is
fan,
a
it's all
common
good.
denominator, isn't there? That they're good
it really
people.
is.
You know, they're
Hmm.
passionate for the game, and
Hmm.
generally they spread happiness and joy to other people with what they do.
Absolutely.
Some, you know, most raise money for or give their time to other, you know, benefits and causes and things. It's just a great thing, you know.
Yep.
Didn't you
So
do some stuff with you know, with like the hurricane victims and stuff like that in your area?
Yes. Yes. So what I've come to find out, Catman, you might not remember Catman, but he's God rest his soul, he's passed on now, and his son does it now. His son
Oh,
takes on the likeness and persona of Catman. But he was my mentor when I started this thing 11 years ago. Okay, so that's how long I've been doing Mad Cattah, and I've known through him on how to really attach the community to what we do. The game is one thing where you can win or lose. You never know. Sunday to Sunday, you might win or lose. You don't know. But the community, let me tell you, it's a win every time. Every time I've worked with somebody in the community in my local city, wherever it might be, it's a win. It's a win. But I've started doing the 2 years ago now. This is my third year coming up. I do the My Cause My Cleat fan edition.
Oh,
So,
wow, good idea.
Yeah, so the players have their own calls for their fundraisers and so forth and so on. And I thought, well, look, we got causes too. We have things that we want to pretty much help out, you know. So I started decorating my own cleats. Yeah.
Great idea.
Love that.
Great idea. And I love the word that you use several times there, community. I mean, that's just a fantastic word, and it really does summarize it really well.
That's what it's
that's
about.
a great idea. I mean,
so what do you do? Do you just buy a bunch of blank, Nikes or something, or Adidas, and just paint them up?
What I did first, when the idea hit me, it was my mom. She dealt with breast cancer, and she's still here. Thank God she survived.
Good,
and
good.
my mom was to tell me, what can you do to help raise money for the American Cancer Society at the time? So what I did was I went to my local thrift store, because I'm a thrifter. I love thrift shopping. I go to yard sales,
me too.
thrift stores, you name it. That's my thing.
For the shoes.
And I get cleats that don't really have to be a certain size, but I try to make sure they're slightly used, if at all.
Okay.
And once I get those cleats from the thrift store, I would take them home, wash them down real good, and get to a blank surface on them to where I can start drawing and coloring and painting on them myself. Yeah. So what I did was I went to my local cancer center in Winston-Salem, because somebody was saying, yeah, American Cancer Society is great and we love them, but what about the small market cancer services that you can help out, companies and so forth and so on? So I made the cleats, and the news caught wind of it, and they followed me to this place called Senior Services of North Carolina Incorporated. And those cleats, I think, raised almost $300 or more.
Oh, nice.
That is so awesome.
Do you get, I mean, is it a thing now? Do other fans send you their cleats, or, I mean, do other people send you cleats? Not yet. I would happily. I mean, if it would do you any good at all.
I would do whatever it takes to get the object on the goal across to what we are trying to do here as super fans and as people in life, outside the costume of Mad Cattah. I still want to be that caring, giving, concerned, person to be able to help the community. That's what I'm supposed to do here, and my persona helps heighten that to be able to grab hold attention for my cause that I'm bringing out. So my second year of doing the My Cause My Cleat Superfan Edition, it was to go towards Western North Carolina. We had hurricane damage here, and it was real bad. It was real bad in the Western Carolina areas of Asheville, up in that area. So last year's cleats went towards the restoration and repairing supplies, maybe even water, whatever it might be, to help them out on the west side of North Carolina, Western North Carolina. So those cleats I did last year. And what I'm doing is every year is grabbing hold to how my heart feels to decorate and to customize these shoes every year for My Cause My Cleat. That way I can spread it out more and not just have
So you do it at the same time as the NFL do it, or is there one time of year that you do it?
Yeah, I try to piggyback off the NFL.
Makes
when they
sense.
do their My Cause My Cleat, I would do my fan Cause My Cleat. And what I'm trying to do is get everybody, team to team, wherever, to say, hey, look, that's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
I want it to spread. I don't want it to be just something for me to do, which I don't mind, but I kind of want to get everybody to tune into it and decorate their own cleats. A player asked me about some cleats one day. He was like, you did those cleats? I said, yeah. He said, I'm going to get you to do my cleats. And I locked up because I was like, I don't know what to say. A player want me to do his cleats. Okay.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Great idea, though. You know,
Thank you.
that's
Thank you.
yeah, that is really, really good.
I know with me, I don't know about you guys, but when I have an idea in my head, it just seems like I can't rest. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to stay focused
Yeah.
because it's so much into me as far as trying to hurry up and get it done.
But
Also, too, I have my own book box for the kids in the neighborhood. So I work for the city of Winston-Salem, in my local city here, and I see book boxes all over town. And I'm
okay.
thinking, why not have a Mad Cattah themed book box to where you could put books in there being donated to where the kids in my neighborhood, when they get off the school bus, they can get them a book to take home and read. So the reading post is like a mobile library, I guess you could
Okay.
say,
Yeah.
and you put books inside this box. And as kids or whoever come by, adults too, adults can come read too. They would get a book and then leave a book, or
Oh,
take the book
good.
and bring it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Sounds
Mhm.
like you'll just do it as much as you possibly can. As you say, get a fresh idea and just acting
Oh
on it.
yeah.
That's really good.
That's it.
And it's not always about money. I mean, basically, if you can donate time. I mean, I don't think people realize that to do good things and good deeds for other societies and charities and things, it's not necessarily about being able to afford to. It's
That's
about
right.
donating your time as well. There's one particular charity called V for Victory in Jacksonville that I'm really passionate about because they get people not only to donate money, but donate if there's a cancer sufferer or something that is struggling to get to hospital, then their way of donating is by giving that person a lift to the hospital. And I think it's just a great idea.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I try to do whatever hits my heart to do from a good positive area, and so far I haven't had any issues of anything I've come up with, and I have some more ideas that whenever it comes to mind, I'm gonna definitely jump on it because I'm seeing this bringing forth fruit. It's bringing fruit to what we're doing.
Right.
definitely. Yeah, it's a great idea.
And how do you think off season went for your Panthers?
I think the off season went well. We attacked some areas of need. We definitely needed a guy in Teteroa McMillan, who we drafted #8 in the
Mhm.
draft. He's a receiver out of Arizona. And I actually met him. He's real tall and lengthy. He's real
Uh,
tall and lengthy.
that
And
helps for a
yeah,
receiver, doesn't it?
oh yeah, oh yeah. So I think that he's going to be what we need. I'm worried about him on how he's going to be able to transform his college style of play into now the pro level, and
Mm,
that we'll find out real soon.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
be a
but
I saw a
baptism
little
of
bit of him
fire, wouldn't it?
on preseason, and so yeah, I know you can't really tell on preseason.
No,
So
you can never tell. I mean, the draft doesn't matter how where they are picked in the draft. You just, as you say, I mean, it's whether it relates or whether it transfers into the NFL, doesn't it? So you just never know.
that's true. So I'm
Yeah,
pleased. I think we had a great draft last year, and we shored up some needs that we had, some spots available on our team, and I think us doubling down on defense. I think that was a great idea too. We got some nice defensive players in the draft as well. Overall, I think we did really well.
yeah.
We
good.
really did.
Well, and speaking of the draft, like and draft picks, what is your take on Bryce Young, and what kind of year, do you think that not that you're a fortune teller, but what kind of year do you think that he'll have, and what do what are your thoughts?
I think he started out kind of rocky in the beginning of the season, and y'all not can remember he got benched. He was
Mhm.
benched
He did,
for
yeah.
yeah. So when he came back, it was like a new Bryce Young we was looking at, and he carried us the rest of the way on the back end of the season. And I do believe it's going to be a continuation of the back end of his last season of last year, and he's going to be that guy for us. I really believe in him. He's my quarterback, and I support
Yeah,
him. I really support him. And I think that if we're going to win it, it's going to be with Bryce. I really do
Mhm.
feel that.
yeah.
Yeah, how did the fan base do with, I don't know if they're split about him or what, but how did they do with when he was benched and stuff?
Oh, that was crazy because some fans was like, I told you he's too short to play quarterback. He's too
Oh my
small to
God.
play quarterback. He can't see over the offensive line. He's short. And it just fed
They
right into the ones that really didn't really support him from the beginning. And with
they've said
me,
that so much about other
Yeah.
quarterbacks, though, haven't they? You know, and
Highly
it
agree. Yeah.
doesn't really. Yeah, I mean, there's lots in history. There's, it doesn't wash. It doesn't. It's just noise. That's what it is.
Well, when you look at it too, it's like a lot of these players coming out of college, they're already maxed out as far as growth. They're not going to get any taller, as far as I know. Now, I could be wrong, but when you look at an offensive lineman in the college ranks and he goes to the NFL, he's not going to grow another 2 feet or more.
No. No.
So if he was successful to win the Heisman in Alabama
Yeah, that's
over
it.
those big linemen, he can do the same thing in the NFL too. So it's not about
Yeah,
size.
no,
Back when teams used to give quarterbacks some time to develop and to get the right
yeah,
situation around them. And now it's kind of
Right.
like, if they don't perform in the first year, they're gone,
they're out.
and
I
living
mean,
in Denver,
yeah,
I've
I
Yeah.
mean,
seen it all.
I've made reference to it before, but if you think of the likes of Terry Bradshaw, when you watch the documentaries about him, he was rubbish to start with, when he went into the NFL, but they gave him a chance and looked to see what happened.
Mhm.
Yes,
So
yes, you have to. You have to give these
yeah,
guys a chance to figure it out because I would say any rookie, you would have to at least give them their second year to kind of change over from the college aspect of daily training, workouts, whatever it might be, into the pro level on how it's now going to
yeah.
be now. You got to give them time to get adjusted.
I
So
suppose the saying is that you're going from being a big fish in a little pond to a little fish in a big pond. So,
right, exactly.
yeah,
Yep.
As far as the Jags fan base goes, they're not all Trevor fans. A lot of people are like, well, he's washed up and he's had too long. And then other people are
no,
like, no,
no,
he needs the right situation. And so, I think it might be the same with Bryce, except for Trevor's in year
yes,
5 now. So it really is
yeah.
getting down
Well,
to
Bryce and
putting it
Trevor,
right
they
in.
are both due. They will both succeed. You'll see. You
Yes,
know,
I believe
I
that.
mean,
I believe that.
I got into a lot of trouble last year by saying that Trevor Lawrence is better than um, Josh Allen, and and I stand by it. Honestly, I stand by it. I think there's something in him. I mean, he was a fantastic quarterback at Clemson, and he will succeed. He will come through for us. He really will. To hell with
No.
Josh Allen. The only Josh Allen I'm interested in has a Heinz in between.
And I will say, I don't know if you've had Bill's Mafia ever breathing down your neck, but it's
Yeah, I
intense.
have. I have.
Oh no, no. They actually come to us this year. Yeah.
Yeah, are they? Are you
Yeah.
guys playing that division?
Oh yeah, yeah. We play in
Okay.
that division. They'll be
Okay.
coming to us. I can't remember which week, but it'll be coming up.
Oh, and you got him at home then.
Oh yeah. So I'm
Oh,
glad. I'm
oh
glad.
yeah.
So,
Better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
changing temperature.
Jags had him in Buffalo last year, and that was slaughterhouse.
I
So
don't want to
it
talk
was
about
not
it.
okay.
I
fun.
don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
No, we don't talk about that or the
We don't talk
Detroit
about
game.
that.
We don't
It
talk
never
about those
happened.
games. I know you guys have your games you don't talk about. So those are the
Oh
ones
yeah.
I like to talk
So
about. What do you think the best things, what are your most positive things that you like to think about the Jags? And then what are if there's a bad thing about the Jags, what do you think is a bad thing, maybe?
well, I keep my eyes on all the teams somewhat, and the Jaguars is like we're like brothers because we came into the
Yeah,
league at the same time.
yeah.
But
Us
I'm
big
looking.
cats have got to stick together.
That's right. That's right. I do believe that. So Travis Hunter, I'm looking forward to see how he gets adjusted to the NFL and is he going to really play both sides of the ball. To me personally, if I was the coach, I probably wouldn't do it that way. I don't want to risk more injury, by
Agreed.
being on the field all the time. But he's definitely going to be a threat. He's going to be a threat to any team, all teams. I really do feel that. So especially once he gets used to the pro level and get familiar on how it goes, all the ins and the outs, you guys got a baller. I really do feel that.
It was a great move by the general manager and stuff to get him in. It's brought so much
And yeah,
notoriety to the
optimism.
Jags.
Yeah,
Everybody thinks about the Jags now, which is incredible. And it will be, he's
Yeah,
just a good athlete all the way around. I don't know if you saw the Adidas video that just came
yeah,
out yesterday about
I
him and
have it.
Trevor together, like
Mhm.
doing stuff together. But he does this flip, one of those standing flips. And I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
he's such a great athlete.
and he's always
I
so
could.
smiley. He's always so happy. He's just got a good, just presence, so yeah, it does, as you say, it just makes
Yeah.
you smile. So yeah.
I noticed that, and that's a genuine smile because you can't be fake for so
Yeah.
long. The real you
No.
has to come out at some point, and I feel like he's doing well. He's all time smiling, happy, and that's the guy you have. That's the guy you got. Trevor Lawrence. I don't know if he's a mobile quarterback or not. I'm not sure. I know he can get out of danger.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
uh, if you talk to
We'll
him
see.
before Sunday, tell him to stay still for us, please.
Well,
On Sunday.
yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think, I mean, I think the Jags this year have done a lot of work on their offensive line. And looking at the preseason, it
Mhm.
looks like Trevor is a lot happier in the pocket. And I saw him last year at some games when he had to scramble, he was under
Uh-huh.
pressure and it didn't go well. And that's ultimately how he got injured a couple of times. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that the offensive line look after him. And I think that
Mhm.
there'll be great success if he's got time to do what he needs to do with a strong offensive line, then I
Correct.
think but if he's forced out and having to run for his life, then it's makes me
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
Well, that goes for
So
both our quarterbacks. I think that goes for
yeah,
Bryce Young as well. You want him to stand tall in the pocket and deliver with accuracy and move the chains is what we want. I don't want
Mhm.
yeah,
my quarterback running all over the place.
no,
Yeah.
Right. And Trevor's just the opposite. I mean, he's the opposite of being short. I mean, he's pretty lanky but that doesn't
Mhm.
mean that he's going to be mobile necessarily. So I think it just kind of depends upon the day. You like seeing him mobile, but again, like the captain said, you don't like seeing him run for his life. You'd like to see some
Right.
protection
no,
going on.
Yeah.
no. We've
But they
seen him
worked a
fumble a
lot
couple
on,
of times. We've
yeah,
seen
they worked a lot
Trevor
in free
fumble.
agency
Yeah,
for that offensive line. So I think it might be better this year. We'll just have to see. I mean,
we'll just have to wait and see.
yeah,
Just both, I think, as fans of two, this weekend opposing sides, but as you say, very, very similar teams in a lot of
Oh yeah.
respects. I think we've just got to basically just be optimistic and just hope and pray and see what happens. But they are due. They're gonna have their
Yeah.
time. It's gonna
what's going to
happen.
happen to the Panthers this year? How many wins? Do you have a
Yeah.
prediction?
Oh, I want to say 9. I want to be real about it. I want to be realistic because my mind is
Yeah.
telling me we're going to win them all. You know,
I thought that
but
last year. Oh,
we're gonna be coming down to Jacksonville actually with some question marks because we have some offensive linemen that's trying to get better, and that's what Bryce needs to protect him the most is his offensive linemen that he battled with all last year. So we might have some players on the offensive line that's going to be starters, but how are they? Are they 100%? What can they give? Because I know Jacksonville is the home opener. It's going to be electric. It's going to be the
yeah.
fans behind the
It's going to
team.
be
It's going to
loud.
be
Yeah.
yes, yes. So I'm worried about the offensive line and their complete health, how they're going to be able to protect Bryce Young to where he can do what he has. You
Yeah.
know, uh,
It'll be a good game. Yeah.
Now I'm totally looking forward to it. It's going to get the TV going, and I think the captain's going to try to do a couple live things this year from the game because it's always nice. People, for some reason, we were talking to this other guy last week from the Dolphins about this because he does a lot of broadcasting and stuff, and he says people just really like to watch other people watch stuff. You know, and so they like to watch your reaction to what the team's doing. So we thought maybe we'd do a little bit of that this year. It might be kind of interesting. It's hard
Mm.
for the captain though, because it's 5 hours. He's 5 hours ahead of you guys.
Also, what makes it difficult is I can't be, what's the word? I can't be impulsive because
yes, sir.
this takes me a couple of hours to do. So, it's got to be planned and everything.
So how
So,
many hours it takes? I'm curious now. How many
yeah.
hours?
Well, I've got a latex mask that I stick on my face.
Okay.
And a new latex mask will cover my entire face. But
Oh,
it never lasts very long because it splits around the mouth and everything. And I end up having to cut the lower part off and throw it away. But the upper part of it I can use again and again and again if I take it off carefully. But
okay.
that takes about an hour to prepare the day before, and then on game day as such, you're looking at really. I can get it done in a couple of hours now. So, because you've got to wait for the glue to dry and everything, otherwise your face falls off. So, but
That's
yeah,
awesome.
a couple of hours. So
Yeah, so
So,
like a lot of people can broadcast and they can just, they're in
uh,
their jersey and they can just sit there and go live. But with him, it's a little harder because he has to get dressed and be there and
yeah.
be,
And
yeah.
if I did live kind of broadcast with me underneath this, nobody's going to watch that.
yeah.
Nobody's going to want to see that.
Come
Like
on now.
it's like who's that old guy? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that too because I went to maybe 2 games without the Mad Cattah persona on,
Yeah.
and people would just pass me by. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
You have to say, "Do you know who I
Do
am?"
yeah.
yeah. Some have picked me out and be like, oh yeah, that's Cattah right there, So, but
Hmm.
it's all good.
Well, but you got a kind of distinctive smile, so they probably recognize
Yeah.
that. They're probably
They
like, "Look
they
at
pick
that
up on it,
smile.
yeah.
That's the Cattah." I mean, some people just have a nice smile. You're like, "That's just a genuine smile," and you're that kind of guy. So I think maybe people might recognize you without your hat and like
Yeah.
hat and glasses is what your persona is, right? Or the more chains, right? So
Oh
that's
yeah.
when you
Change,
say you've
yeah.
got a Cattah up, you mean hat, glasses, and chains, right?
When
Generally.
I say Cattah up, it's pretty much like the Incredible Hulk changing from Bruce Banner to the Hulk. So I would be Cattah up on Sunday, but it would be a moment in time before that I would be my regular self, and it's the metamorphosis and the changing of me going from Alain Brown to now Mad Cattah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thank y'all for having me on.
We're
Good.
so happy that you decided to come and join us
Oh
and
yeah,
shed a little light on
Yeah.
the Panthers because just
absolutely.
like the Jags, they're a team that's often overlooked. So it's important that
And
we,
also shedding a bit of light on what you do for
Mhm.
others. So that's good.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's really
I
good.
really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. My mom, growing up, she used to cook for almost the whole church after church on Sundays. Everybody had come to our house, and She had cooked all Saturday, right? So we're
Wow.
smelling the
Yeah.
chicken. We're smelling all the food on Saturday that we can't even touch until Sunday. You know,
It's rough.
so it's a part of me that I've watched my parents how they orchestrated their lives towards us and giving to other people. And I wanted to be more than just me going to a game in a costume. I wanted to have attachments to me as Mad Cattah and as a person to be able to take what we do as far as the hype and excitement on a game day and not just let that be it. What else can we bring to it? So I say, okay, the community, because when you think about it, after a game, we all go back to our each individual neighborhood or community. And there's issues there after a game. There's issues there before a game. But we use that moment in time to where we all can come together and cheer on our team. And then we go back to that same setting when we get back home. So
Yeah.
I try to be that light and share anything I can possibly think of to help in any
Right.
form. That's the
Yes.
basis of me.
We're getting so inspired by, I mean, we've already known that a lot of these fans do great things, but just to talk about it, it's just so inspiring. And I think it's going to be inspiring for the captain to do more and stuff. And it's your
Yeah.
story about the
Yeah.
cleats is awesome. And
Yeah.
we're definitely gonna pick up on that. We're gonna do something
Yeah.
about that.
Awesome. Good
Yeah.
deal. That's
Yeah.
great.
And can
Good
I
deal.
ask you real quick, like those whiskers on they're whiskers, right, on your glasses?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are they made of?
They're made of foam. They're
Oh,
made of foam. So, like when I hug people at the games or
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
and I'm
You don't take an
embracing
eye out. Yeah.
somebody, it'll go off. It won't hurt them.
good,
So
because they look sharp.
yes, that's the point. But if you brush up against one, it'll just go back a little bit.
And how often do you have to replace them? How often do they break?
Never. I won't have to replace them at all because as the years I've been doing this since 2014. So in the beginning, my whisker shades was out of cardboard. So there was cardboards on the ends.
Mhm.
And I will find myself during the game checking to make sure they're still there.
Hmm.
But the way
Yeah.
I do it now is I take these foam pieces and I cut the actual frame and I
Hmm.
stick them inside. Yeah. So they're
Okay, so they
actually
stick.
inside my frames too, as well. That way they won't fall off or shift. They're just there.
No,
Mm.
that's really awesome. I just had to know. I thought they looked like tinfoil. So I just wanted to know what they were
Yeah.
made of. They're
Yeah.
super cool. I'm so
Yeah.
happy that you came. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for
Thank you.
being with
Thank
us.
you.
And
I
uh,
do need to ask. I do need to ask one final favor though. When we say
Yeah.
goodbye,
Take your time. Take your time.
I don't want you to say goodbye to me. I want you to say it in the same way that I would say, if I say goodbye to anybody over here, I will say, cheerio. And
Cheerio.
so,
Yeah, okay, Cheerio.
so
Got it.
yeah, do your
Cheerio.
best.
Okay,
And
my best Cheerio.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So I thank y'all for having me on once again. Look forward to having a great game. I can't wait to get to Jacksonville and hang out with my family that's down
yes.
there, that's
I
waiting
just wish
upon
I
me
was
when I
there.
get there. So I'm very excited. Whether we win or not, it doesn't matter because I know I'm going to have a great time and create
Yeah.
memories with people that I don't hardly ever see. And the season is upon us now, and it's time to go. It's Duuuval. I gotta practice.
Duuuval. I've been
Yeah.
trying to get people at games to say that with me at away games, and it's been kind of fun.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm glad that you said
I'm
it.
learning. It's like you say, it's not a
Yeah.
gang type of thing. We're here to have fun and just make memories and take it back to our neighborhoods and hope that we win. And we'll just go from there. If not, we'll try again next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
That's
for having
right.
me on.
let
I
me hear
appreciate
it.
you
Let me
guys.
hear
You
it.
take care. Cheerio.
There you go.
Yeah, cheerio.
Cheerio.
Talk to you
Cheerio.
later. Thanks
Y'all
so much.
take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.